it looks like we take one step forward, 3 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And we try to control, and we try to be forceful, and we try to be determined. And then we fall, and we fail, and other things outside of our controls happen, and we freeze, and we don't know what to do. So, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Dear Lord, how can things be so complicated and messy naturally, and then we add our own struggles to the equation and make it double? 1 step forward, 2 steps. We know what we should do, but we don't, because there's different competing interests within our mind, body, nervous system. The nervous system holds us back because it wants to feel safe. Our fears hold us back because our body, mind, and soul wants to feel safe, and we try to break through, and sometimes we do, and sometimes we simply don't, and we go through mess before, and we go back, and we literally go back 2 steps, 3 steps, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We want forward progress, forward progress, forward but we don't make space for we don't need to, because life experience will make us stop and think, what do I need? What shall I do? I don't know. That's the most logical. Well, sometimes as a way of breaking the spell is literally to pause and look at the irony. We might want to do certain things and find ourselves doing the opposite. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Conflict, but I guess while we are muddled up, we can take a moment to pause, to breathe, to heal, and remind ourselves what is our values. What is my value? And when my values are competing, and I've got the urge, the urge to do something that might be good temporarily, but is this options going to help me now, mid and long term? That's the question. Is this the best way of going about it? Is this in line with my values? What values, what conflict of values are here in question, and what's the least of the two evils? 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Maybe just making peace and accepting with the growth and expansion and contraction and mess and clarity of all. The light and the darkness, the sadness and the joy, the anger and the calm. Moving forward and stopping. And he feels that one more time wasted lost, one more day. And he feels that we're not winning. Are we? I don't know. Who knows? Grab some water and have a sip. So, I propose a toast. with my water. I don't drink alcohol. Don't really like making jokes with words are associated with alcohol, but I want to use association of toast with tea, water. I propose a toast to one step forward, 2 steps back. It is what it is. Oh my gosh, embracing failure and unwanted things. Not because we want to stay stuck and we want to accept or be or behave or accept from others what is not helpful or productive or healthy, but simply without trying to fight reality. It is this reality in this current moment. Now, what steps can I take to improve the next moment? One step forward, 2 steps back. Well, we hope to take 1 step forward or just take 1 step to be in the moment. And we find ourselves taking 2 steps back, just making peace and connecting with compassion, forgiveness, compassion for our struggle, compassion that we might slip and slide and fall, and then learn from the experience and pick ourselves up again with compassion and love. So we can take another step forward, and then we'll find ourselves taking 2 steps. Step forward, 2 steps. If we had this prerogative that in life we take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and accepted that as a truth, we wouldn't beat ourselves up when we fail or when we find ourselves stuck or when we find ourselves reverting back to previous ways. We with it will be like, it's part of life, just part of the process of living, being a human being and growing. It's part of life. But we just want to move forward, and once we learn a step or behavior, we expect ourselves to always engage on that best option. But life is more nuanced than that, is more complex than that, it's more mess than that. And a lot of the things we struggle through, they are outside of our control. What someone else thinks, does, feels, the way they perceive the world, the way they behave, might affect us, but is outside of our control. What can I do in those circumstances to preserve, to improve, to nourish, to heal, to forgive, to accept? What can I do? And if I don't know, just ask a higher power. What shall I do? What is the next logical step? And sometimes we want to take a practical step, but our emotions stop us. And it might be that we need to do the emotional baggage first. If we're feeling sad, it's harder to work on our goals. If we're on the freeze mode, it's harder to work on our goals. So we might have to take a little time and process those a little bit, so we have more capacity to take another step forward. And we might not want to waste our time dealing with our emotions, but they're there. And if our body feels more than what we consider to be balanced and normal, can make peace and accept that's the way our body works. And if you need help, we can ask for help from a health professional, a doctor, to find out if there's something else that perhaps needs attention. Give me a sigh. Close the eyes. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Love, healing and compassion. And slowly exhale. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Make it part of the progress. Of the process and the progress. As a way of seeing the bigger perspective. When we learn a new habit, we expect it to succeed at all times, since once we learn it, it doesn't quite work like that. There'll be moments where we'll step back to our old habits, in moments of challenge, struggles. And we are human beings, we're not robots that get programmed and stay stuck on that. We might get stuck on the things you already know, that we've learned, perhaps we're effective at one point, but we might want to change that. So patience and calm and compassion. To go through the 1 step forward and 2 steps back.